Picture this. It's a quiet Sunday morning. My wife is rocking our newborn son on the porch, humming softly, when a sharp knock rattles the door. On the other side, Karen, the HOA president, standing with a smug smile and a clipboard. But this time, she isn't here to complain about grass height or mailbox colors. She's here to demand something unthinkable. Hand over your baby. HOA regulations don't allow children under 1 year old in this community. Most people would break down. Most people would panic. But me? I'm a Navy SEAL, and she just declared war on the wrong family. After 15 years in the teams, I wanted one thing: peace. My wife, Emily, had just given birth to our son, Caleb, and we thought moving into Maple Ridge Estates would give him a safe start. White fences, clean streets, manicured lawns. It looked perfect. But perfect doesn't exist. Not when Karen is your HOA president. From the start, she hated us. She fined us because our Navy flag was too militaristic. She complained about Emily's flower pots being non-uniform. She even threatened to tow my truck, saying combat vehicles weren't allowed. But nothing prepared us for her next demand. It was 9 a.m. when Karen came marching up our driveway, clipboard in hand, 2 HOA enforcers trailing behind her. Emily opened the door, holding Caleb in her arms. Karen's voice was sweet, too sweet. Emily, per HOA guidelines, infants are not permitted until after 1 year old. They are disruptive. You will need to hand over your child for reassignment. Emily's jaw dropped. Reassignment? Are you insane? He's my son. Karen smirked. Rules are rules. Hand him over or face removal from the community. I stepped out from the hallway, silent, calm, controlled, my years of SEAL training kicking in. Karen, you're gonna walk off my porch right now before you make the biggest mistake of your life. She didn't listen. The next day, I caught her HOA enforcers trying to peer through our nursery window at 2 a.m. That was the line. I set traps, motion sensors, hidden cams, reinforced locks. They wanted to test a Navy SEAL? Fine, I'd give them Hell Week on my lawn. It happened fast. At midnight, 3 men in black hoodies cut across my yard. One carried a crowbar, another held a burlap sack. Their target? My newborn son. I moved before they reached the porch. Silent, precise, lethal without killing. First guy, I snapped his wrist, crowbar clattering to the grass. Second guy, a chokehold had him out cold in seconds. Third, I pressed my knife to his throat, whispering, "You came from my son. Big mistake." When I dragged them into the street, Karen herself was waiting in her car. I yanked open her car door. She gasped, mascara streaking as I held her own thug's phone up to her face. "You hired them. I have the texts. You tried to steal my son." Karen's composure cracked. You can't touch me. I'm HOA president. I make the rules." I leaned in, my voice low and deadly calm. "Lady, I've toppled cartels, pulled hostages out of war zones, and buried men tougher than your hired cowards. You think a clipboard makes you untouchable? Wrong. It makes you next." By dawn, sheriff deputies were hauling Karen and her goons away in cuffs. The charges? Attempted kidnapping, conspiracy, impersonation, and child endangerment. Neighbors poured out, whispering in shock. Families who had lived in fear of her finally cheered. Karen's reign was over. That night, I sat on the porch again, Caleb asleep against my chest. Emily kissed my shoulder and whispered, "We're safe now." I thought about all the battles I'd fought overseas, and I realized something. Sometimes, the most dangerous war zones aren't across the ocean. They're right in your own neighborhood. and I'll be damned if I ever let anyone threaten my family again.